Hey guys, it's Elizabeth Finding Elizabeth, and I am here with my WLS topic of the week video. The last couple of videos I've made in the car, the sound hasn't been great, so I will check this one before I put it up, but I'm trying to speak louder, and I made sure Waze was off because that was all of the annoying, but there was some vibration in some of the other videos, so hopefully this will be okay because I haven't had time to make a video. What's going on? So the WLS topic of the week this week is what is your who, what, when, where, how, all that thing, all those things about your surgery, just to kind of get to know each other. And I say again, anybody is welcome to participate. Even if you are pre-op, you can tell us where you came from and when you're planning to have surgery and what surgery you're going to have. If you've lost weight through not weight loss surgery, you're welcome to participate. Anybody who wants to play, please play. And in doing this, you're giving back to the weight loss surgery community because I'm building up a library of playlists with all your videos that also direct people back to your channel. So yeah, let's pay it forward. All right, so probably everybody knows this because I say it at the beginning of every one of my 4,557 videos. But I had vertical sleeve gastrectomy on April 16th, 2014. It's funny that I've forgotten how old I was. I guess I had just turned 48. I had my surgery at Kaiser South Bay in Southern California. I was 360.6 pounds the day of surgery. When I started my Kaiser program, which included 12 weeks of classes, and they told you that you had to lose 10% of your body weight before being approved for surgery. So when I started that program, I was 402 pounds. And today I was like 210 pounds. So I have lost 192 pounds. And I have kept that off for about 2 years at this point, which is fucking awesome. And I still have a little bit more to go and plastic surgery, but I'm working it and I feel really good. So what was my path to weight loss surgery? The very first time that I went to meet with a doctor or have an orientation on weight loss surgery, I was probably 30 years old, maybe 31. My son was a little baby. I don't even think he was a year old yet. And I probably weighed about 240 pounds at that time. It was scary. I decided not to go through with it. I went back several other times during the years to orientations and did not finally decide to do it until, like I said, I started the program when I was 47. I had surgery when I was 48. I had a vertical sleeve gastrectomy. I had assumed that I was going to have RNY, and actually when I first went into Kaiser, I had asked about lap band because I thought that was less serious and invasive of a surgery. And of course, Kaiser at that point even was saying, yeah, no, we don't do lap bands. We only take them out. I don't know that anybody does lap bands anymore, do they? I don't think so. But anyway, I assumed I would have RNY because of my BMI, which was, starting out was like 67. When I met with the surgeon at Kaiser, although there were a couple different surgeons at Kaiser, and there was one who just had this amazing, great, charming bedside manner, and then there was mine, and everybody was going for the other surgeon, and I'm sort of like, I'm not going to go out on a date with him. He's going to do surgery on me, and he was actually ranked as a U.S. News and World Report's top gastrointestinal surgeon, so I was all good with him. And of course, I could not, what was his name? Bellsberg something. See, that's how much of a conversation I had with him. I don't even totally remember the name of this guy who changed my entire life. But anyway, when I went and had my consult with him after completing the requirements of the program, he recommended VSG, and I was a little surprised by this because I was so overweight. But he said, you do not, and quite surprisingly, I did not have any comorbidities. I was not pre-diabetic. I did not have, my cholesterol was a little high, but I didn't really have anything physically wrong with me as a result of weighing 400 pounds. And he said, with that being the case, he recommended that we start with VSG because it was a much simpler and less complicated surgery, and if at some point I needed more, I could then revise to RNY or DS or whatever. So, VSG, how do I feel about that now? I mean, I think I've done very, very well. I have lost, 150, 60 pounds with my surgery, which is incredible. Sometimes I wish maybe I had had RNY, because I, see my friends who had RNY and, they're at their goal, which I am not at now. So, but whatever, I'm happy with what I've had. I had no complications, no problems. I don't really, most VSGers don't dump per se. I do get the foamies, if occasionally, with primarily the only thing I ever get the foamies with is frozen yogurt. Ice cream, ice cream sits very densely on my stomach, but it's only with frozen yogurt that I get the foamies. I don't know why that is. So what eating and exercise program did I follow immediately post-op? So immediately post-op, the recommendations that they gave us were strictly around protein and getting 60 to 80 grams of protein in. It takes a while to move up to a fair amount of calories. I think I was probably, probably at like 9 months post-op, I was still at about 600 or 700 calories a day, and they advised me, because I was working out extensively, that I needed to bump that up to 1,000, and it scared the literal shit out of me. But they were right, it was fine. I have always pretty much, from the get-go, followed a relatively low-carb diet. I wasn't keto starting out, but I was definitely keeping my carbs below 50 grams a day. And I think that was helpful for a variety of reasons. One, because it was good for my body. I think carbs cause a lot of inflammation for me personally. But it also got me off of those processed, more addictive foods, like for me, which are sugars and breads. And I just don't even, bread, I can't, honestly, I know it was probably a Jimmy John sandwich that I had within the last month or two. Usually I get them without bread, but I know somewhere in the not too distant future I've had one with bread. I just don't eat bread. It just doesn't even come up. It's not a thing. And bread was totally my thing before. Wait, that's wrong. I did split a sourdough breakfast sandwich with Patty a couple weeks ago, and so that was half a piece of bread. Or probably as a whole piece when you consider there's a top and a bottom. So yeah, but it's very rare. I don't buy it. I don't have it. I don't eat it. So pretty much my whole thing, I was 50 grams of carbs or less every day. I went through a couple months at the beginning of this year where I sort of threw that and tracking out the window, and it resulted in some regain, which I am and have conquered and feel like I'm back on track. So now at almost 3.5 years post-op, and trying to get rid of this last bit of weight before I have plastic surgery, I follow a ketogenic diet, which is 20 net grams of carbs, between 60-70 grams of protein, and around 100 grams of fat a day. It works really well for me. It's all the foods I love. Once I am on it for a few days, I am able to kick the cravings. I am not hungry. I have a lot of energy. It works well for me. In terms of exercise, what have I done? I was like, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to fucking do it. So I did, and I was fortunate that my nephew, married to my niece, is a personal trainer. I started going to him as soon as I was released after surgery to return to vigorous exercise, which was probably 4 to 6 weeks post-op. I don't exactly remember. So I was still well over 300 pounds at that time when I started working out with Brandon. And I worked out consistently 3 times a week with him for 18 months. And then I took about a year break for multiple reasons, and have been back for probably like 3 months now with him. And it makes all the difference. Strength training makes all the difference. I am about 10 pounds above my lowest weight right now, but my waist is 2 inches smaller than it's ever been in this journey, and my stomach is 3 inches smaller than it's ever been, and I feel it in every bit of my clothes. So that's what I do. It's all about changing your habits. My doctor did not set a weight loss goal for me. My original goal when I started this, I think, was like 140, which, yeah, that's not happening. And several people told me that. I think right now at my last plastic surgery consult, probably if you take into mind stomach and arms and throw in the addition of boobs, I probably have about 18 to 20 pounds in skin to get rid of. So that would put me about 180. So if I could, you know, really honestly, if I'm at 195 when I have plastics, I will be perfectly happy with that. And that'll take me down to around 175, 170, which is good because honestly, I feel like I look good now. Because, hello. Okay, I think that's all I have. You guys have a great day, and thanks to everyone who's participating. I know I haven't seen a lot of videos on this topic, but I know Dennis Vinay did one. I know Sarah Harrison did one today, and I look forward to seeing everybody's. You guys have a great rest of the week. I will talk to you later.